What's up, guys? Nick here. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my dividend growth portfolio, giving you guys that December 2022 update, and I'm going to be showing you guys some pretty cool features from this new website I've been using, Track Your Dividends. So to start this video, my passive income portfolio is currently valued at $49,512, which is pretty cool. We've got for the year to date, a market loss of $3,816. However, I've earned $2,074 in dividends, which gives me a total return of negative 3.63%. But like I've said before, when the stock market is doing great, my portfolio is doing good. When the stock market is doing horrible, my portfolio is doing good as well. So let's go on and look at my top performing stocks. So my top five are Merck & Co. at 44.8%, which is insane for the year. General Mills at 31.3%. AbbVie over here at 25.16%. Kellogg's at 15.81%. And to round off that top five is surprisingly IBM at plus 13.25%. And if we scroll down, you can see my bottom five stocks. No surprise, Verizon right there at the bottom, negative 24.51%. Microsoft, which is in the top three of my favorite stocks, negative 23.34%. Apple right there, negative 20.8%. And then my income pie is negative 0.17.71%. And then rounding out the last of the bottom five is Costco, which is negative 12.36%. And everybody always says that Costco is overvalued, and they're always waiting for that chance, that moment to invest in Costco during a dip. I'd say 12%. That's a pretty good dip. So now looks like the time to get Costco. So next up, I want to show you guys this website, Track Your Dividends. And no, I'm not affiliated with them, but they allowed me to link my portfolio for free to use their features. So I thought that was pretty cool once I started digging into this website. And so currently it shows my portfolio yield at 4.79%. Now, if we go back to M1 Finance, and if I go to my portfolio right here, passive income, my dividend yield, it says 3.366%. So I'm not exactly sure how Track Your Dividends or M1 Finance calculates that portfolio yield because there's no little information tab here. But what I assume is that Track Your Dividends is basing my portfolio yield on my actual allocations for my stocks, whereas M1 Finance is basing my yield on these target percents. So if you can see, I'll go back to my portfolio right here. As you can see, real estate, the actual over target, real estate has a target percent of 10. However, real estate makes up 20.7% of my portfolio. Same as income, it has a target of 3%, but it makes up 13.3% of my portfolio. And then SCHD is 20% of my portfolio target, but it only represents 12.4%. So that's where I think M1 Finance is getting that 3.366% is based on the target, whereas Track Your Dividends is probably getting that yield from the actual allocations. But next up, I have a yield on cost of 5.26%, which is great to see that above my yield. It's saying that my annual income is $2,373, which that's about what I'm tracking my dividend income to be for this year, somewhere in the 2300s. I know I have my dividend growth chart right here. I'm at 2181, and I suspect that I should get around $240 in December, possibly even more just due to my SCHD payout. I'm going to be getting that in actually a few days. SCHD pays sooner during December. However, what I did want to show you guys, One last thing, my portfolio beta right there, 0.66. Whenever you can get your beta under 1, it means that your portfolio's less volatile, which is exactly perfect for me. So next I want to show you guys this future value. So this screen right here saying that my 5-year dividend growth rate or my 5-year CAGR is 8.09%. That is phenomenal. I love seeing a number 7% or above, because when you have a 7% dividend growth rate, that means your income is going to double every 10 years. So having it at 8 means it's going to double a little bit sooner than 10 years. Now, once again, my dividend yield, then so it's saying in 2022, my starting income is the 2,300, almost 2,400. And it's saying if I don't do anything by 2031, 10 years later, I'll have $8,489. And that's basically saying my income is going to almost quadruple, or maybe close to 3.5 times, which is pretty crazy because of what I just told you guys, that 8% means it'll more than double in 10 years. However, what I think they're doing here with this estimated income is they're probably taking the 5-year growth rate, the compounding from that, plus the dividend yield, and adding them together with the compounding. Because, with this current dividend yield, if I put $100 into my portfolio every single month, if I do that every single month for a year, I'll get an extra $4.79 each month. That's what happens if I just reinvest $100 every single month. So I imagine they're taking the compounding from the reinvestment and the dividends, as well as the compounding from the general dividend growth. So I'm going to play with the numbers here a little bit. They say right here for the annual share price growth that it's reasonable to expect 6 and 8%. So I'm just going to put that right in the middle. Price appreciation at 7%. I'm going to keep the dividend growth rate at 8%. I think that's fair. And then if I update the chart on this, the dividend income lowers a little bit. If I do absolutely nothing, because as I see, no annual contributions, in 10 years, they're saying I should have around $7,767. But one thing I do want you guys to keep in mind is that if the stock market goes up, my dividend yield is going to go down, which means my reinvestment is going to bring me less dividend income. However, on the exact opposite note, if my stock portfolio goes down, my yield's going to increase and I'm just going to get more income. So this isn't a finite number. However, if we go to 20 years from now, when I'm 50 years old, they're saying I'll be earning $28,759, which definitely not enough to live on if I do absolutely nothing. Now, if I do the bare minimum, $6,500 a year in annual contributions, they're projecting that I'll make around $64,800 in passive income that every single year, or when I'm 50, which is still too low. So I think I found the sweet spot at $9,000. If I can invest that every single year, I'll get around 81,000, which is a lot better. But wow, I guess might have to put 12,000 every year to hit my goal. Yep. By the time I get to 50, I want to be making at least 6 figures in passive income. So I just wanted to show you guys this because it's really cool. And actually, if I go to my dividend growth chart, I can show you guys what happens. I made a little thing over here. So let's say you start with $100 and it increases by 12% every single year. So by year 8, your income will double. By year 11, your income would triple. And then by year 14, your income would quadruple. And the same by year 20, your income increases by 8.61 times if you have a 12% growth rate, which, as I was showing you earlier, my 5-year dividend growth rate is 8%. And if we take my dividend yield from M1 Finance, it's 3.36%. So that gets me around 11%. So it's pretty close. You could probably just take this chart and subtract a year, year and a half, and you'll get about the same number. So next up, I just want to show something else that's really cool about this is it shows your projected income. Like I showed you before, December 2022, they're expecting around $245 in dividends. And then January about 182, February 172, and then March 234, and then just stays consistent. It doesn't really calculate the contributions I will make and the dividend reinvesting. But it's also cool. It shows you when you're going to get paid your dividend, how much. And then this chart right down here shows me how much income I'm going to make on different days. So on January 1st, $5.24. On the 6th, $7.92. $22.13. So then last up is the diversification. If you see my consumer defensive, oh, here's the percentage. So consumer defensive at 18.2%, utilities 8.4%, healthcare 11.5%, real estate I have 20.8%. This is saying HD is cyclical with 2.6%, technology at 15.1%, and then non-traditional equity or JEPI at 7.1%, and US equity SCHD at 12.5%. So those are my different industries that I have. And then just to round out this video, if we look, no new dividends, so I'm still sitting at $2,181.43 with an average monthly dividends of $181.79 for the year. However, my dividend income so far has increased by 53%, 53.47% to be exact. And I've got a lot more dividends that I'm going to earn in the month of December. So it's going to be exciting to see that number. So guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to check the link in the description. Check out my Amazon link. There's a lot of must-read investing books and some of the gear and stuff I use. M1 Finance is doing a promotion. Right now they have 3% APY on their checking. And then, of course, if you check out Webull, they're giving away free stocks.